Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Before our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad that you all could be with us. Also joining us online, thanks to our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. Boy, do we have a great guest coming up for you guys today, and they have a brand new special that's out on Prime Video you guys definitely want to check out. We have the one and only Bill Bellamy joining us for the first time here on Conversations Live. You guys know him as an actor and a comedian. His new special is called I Want My Life Back. We're going to talk to him not only about what it's been like for him to build a life on stage as well as on screen, but also what it's been like for him to see the response to his new special as well. Bill, thank you so much for the time, man. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me, man. This is a great time for a comedy special to come out. I mean, things are so volatile right now, and people are coming out of that COVID thing slowly and surely trying to get back on point. I think the title is perfect. I Want My Life Back. I think the material is pertinent and topical. Where people, oh my God, that's me and my kids. Oh my God, like that. my whole special, you got people saying, oh my God, that's me too, and that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling that people are resonating with your vibe. They're resonating with your attitude. And, sometimes you get lightning in a bottle. I just got lucky,
Right. Bill, let's talk about that, because I think people will say it's definitely more than luck for you, right? Because you've been able to have this extraordinary career. I mean, we all have our favorite movie with you in it, and, of course, comedy specials, and, of course, we'll add I Want My Life Back to that. What has that been like for you to make people laugh but also make people think along the way?
I think if you can do both, you're really one of the best to do it. I mean, all the guys that can make people laugh and think and learn have been very successful, and that's what we do as comedians. We try to be the eyes of social commentary and be the voice of the culture, right? And so for me, MTV was a big voice for me, where I was there to be a pioneer, to get, popular music to the masses. That was a great era to be a voice. Comedy is also a great your mind and talk about the things that mean a lot to you. That's an awesome thing to have that liberty. And then movies, it's three different ways to do it. You can be in a character, you can play a character, like How to Be a Player, and people love that character. And then you can do a special and do a joke like Booty Call, and that goes crazy. Or you can do a comedy special like I Want My Life Back, and it's the perfect time because everybody feels like they want their life back. So I've actually, had a lot of luck and opportunity, but a lot of it is just being prepared for the opportunity as well.
Such a great thing. I have to ask you about this, Bill. What was it like for you to be, because this was done at Tribeca Festival, what was it like for you being back in front of people and being able to feel that energy in the room?
It was so crazy because I had been, in front of people in a while, man. It was so crazy, man. It felt so good, and it makes you realize as a comedian or a performer how much you really do need the audience, because that energy lifts you up. And
right.
They came to laugh. You can see the reactions. People were, falling out all over the place.
Yeah. And I had a chance to watch it on Prime Video. Bill, we're going to remind our audience, of course, how they can be able to watch it too. But what I love about you've done with this special is you really kind of brought us all on one level, right? Because we all kind of went through this, where life was impacted, for all of us. What was that like for you? I'm curious. I mean, you talked about this experience, but what was the pandemic like for you? What is it to kind of help you get through it?
It was really odd because in my life, and in my career, we've never had no work nowhere. Hollywood shut down. There was no thing to do, no movies to be made or comedy specials at that time or whatever, because no one knew how to get around the safety protocols, right?
Right.
So it was kind of like, oh my God, in the sense that, I came out to Hollywood to make movies and then there's no Hollywood. There's got to be a way to fix this, right? And then there was no school. Like, how can there be no school? But they want. We didn't have school, but they still wanted the real tuition. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
And so we had virtual school, we had no school, then we had school, then you could only go to school twice a week, some days on, some days off. It was bananas. So while I'm going through this, I'm writing all these experiences down. I'm like, I can't be the only person going through this. And so when I started to cultivate these jokes, I realized that it was something that was happening to everyone. And that's why I think this is going to be one of my most successful comedy specials.
Oh, I totally agree. Totally agree, and I think the reviews are already saying that. For one thing, it is something that reaches people where they are. Bill, when did you discover this? When did you discover this gift? You call it luck, but when did you discover the gift of being able to really entertain? Because it's more than just making people laugh. You're able to make people feel a variety of emotions. When did you know that was a gift you had?
Wow, man, maybe I can honestly say in the cafeteria and, in college, sitting there, goofing off with my friends and holding the table, so to speak, and being funny and getting everybody involved. Like, that was something that I was just doing naturally at that time, not knowing that I could be a real comedian. But when you have a personality and an energy like mine, I want people to feel good. Like, I want to be a light of hope and enthusiasm, right? So when you watch me on MTV back in the day, I always used to say, you don't know my name, but if you see me, you're going to stop to find out who I am. So I always gave you a lot of energy and put out a lot of fun. And people used to be like, man, do you ever have a bad day?
Yeah, right.
Man, Bill Bellamy, you got the best job ever. Every time I turn on the TV, you are smiling. Everybody used to say that to me all the time. But it worked, though, right? I put out good energy, and people responded to it.
And I think that is one of the things people respect from you. Again, regardless of, you mentioned some of the movies. Of course, one of my favorite, The Brothers. It says so much, not only, of course, about being able to have a good time, but also having that support system as well. And I think people feel like, Bill, they've gotten to know you, that you're kind of just a part of their go-to when they're looking to kind of break out. Is that kind of what you hope people get out of I Want My Life Back, right? For one, as you mentioned, knowing that they weren't going through this thing alone, but also that have you there to kind of make us look at things a little bit different.
Yeah, I want to be, sort of like, how Richard Pryor was for everybody in the 80s and 70s or whatever, and Eddie Murphy was 80s going into the 90s. Like, I think right now I am at the right age, and I have been in the game the right amount of years to have this built-in audience that really, really support what I do and believe in me, right? And I feel like when you have that kind of an audience and you deliver, it's going to work. Because all these people grew up with me, like yourself. You got touch points with my career, right?
Right.
And you're going to feel a certain reverence to Bill Bellamy. Like, there's never been two Bill Bellamys, right? So, so the beauty of that is people who like Bill Bellamy and know that I'm capable of doing X, Y, and Z, they're coming to my party to see what I'm doing next. And I think I Want My Life Back is the perfect party at the right time.
Totally agree, and it's something I definitely want our audience to check out. Again, everyone, the one and only Bill Bellamy has been our guest. I Want My Life Back is the special. You guys can watch it. As I mentioned, I watch it on Prime Video. You guys can see it there. But also, whatever your favorite digital platform is, you guys can be able to catch it there. Bill, you have a lot going on, man. How can our audience stay connected with you?
Social media is the best way right now. At Bill Bellamy on Instagram, at Bill Bellamy VIP on Facebook. Those are the two biggest platforms. I have, close to 2 million people on that. So join us. Get down with the Get Down. I got a new book coming out in the spring of 2023, which is going to be amazing. Then I have a new movie called Back on the Strip that's coming out before the end of the year. So I got a lot of good things, man. So right now we laughing and kicking it, and then in the fall we'll be back in the movie theater. So, hey, man, I thank you so much. Shout out to Jackson for all the love they've given me over the years, and I'll talk to you soon, bro.
All right, man. Thank you again, man. And looking forward to all the great things, and definitely it goes without saying you're welcome back here anytime. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.